I've been procrastinating a lot, out of fear mostly. Fear of being seen, fear of being judged. In short, imposter syndrome, because who cares about your little stories, right? Despite the fact that God has been giving me signs as broad as daylight on how important it is to share my story. You never know who needs to hear it. Block out the noise, block out the noise, block out the imposter syndrome, and just share your story. At present, I don't fully understand why, but that's not the point, right? Life is lived forwards and understood backwards, and this is but one of the many stories I've been told to share with you, so barenere. I used to write poetry with the same level of ease of writing a grocery list. I used to be able to pour my soul through ink on pages and pages of poetry and prose, and now it feels like that part of my brain has completely ceased to exist. I'm typing this first mistake with the hope of recording a poem I recited at my grandmother's funeral. One of the heaviest days of my life. So many big emotions that at the time I was too weak and frail to carry. But I think the poem is slowly coming back to me now. And it was something along the lines of how death was like a thief in the night. Unexpected, merciless. How the pain of losing a loved one never really went away. We just sort of learned to live with it. Learn to accommodate it. Allow it its space as needed. She was the love of my life. My best friend. My teacher. My biggest cheerleader. I didn't quite understand how life worked at the time, because to me, losing someone in the physical realm meant they were gone forever. But that wasn't the case. So if I could rewrite that poem now, it would be something more of celebrating her life, her teachings, and all the knowledge and wisdom she left us. I would see myself more as a victor for having had the privilege of experiencing such a wonderful human being, and not a victim for, quote unquote, losing her. Or at least I thought I did. And morbid as this may sound, but I would also congratulate her for choosing the perfect time to leave Earth, because not only did she dodge the pandemic, but she strategically left around the same time that my grandfather, her husband, left 20 years prior. And that's seen as a sign that they were truly soulmates, and he stayed true to his word even in the afterlife. And that just makes for the most beautiful love story ever, if you ask me. So in a sense, she knew before it happened and allowed it to happen.